in our spoken English batch today, I am going to put a philosophical topic. That is, love is a serious mental disease. So let us discuss very briefly about this topic.
So today our topic is about that love is a serious mental disease, which was a quote of famous Greek philosopher Plato. So yeah, I agree with that love is a serious mental illness, because when we fall in love everything goes nice with us, but when we get separated from that loved one, we face so much emotional and physical problems in our bodies. We face a very much emotional breakdown, and that causes very much effect to our body, even to our mind also. So I think, yeah, that is quite appropriate that love is a serious mental disease. What's your opinion?
Love makes too many changes in our brain, and love can change our mind whenever the love wants, and it's just like an addiction. Suppose we are near to our beloved person. On that time we are feeling too much happy, too much relaxed, too much comfortable, but when we are too far from that person, we are feeling too much bored, and too much dizziness in our mind. And it's just like an addiction, like the drug addictions and the other addictions. When we are in the touch of that addiction we are feeling good, but when we are far to the addiction we are feeling bad.
Yes, I totally agree that statement that is love is a addiction. In this present generation, the boys and girls are too much addicted with this love, and they want to show that they are beloved one. That's why the love within the young people is increasing day by day. And though in the past some days the love remains sweet, but day by day the toxicity between them is increasing, and the relation became worse. That's why I think that love is a mental disease.
Actually, we can see that nowadays people love someone, or show their loved one as a partner, just to show off that they are in love, or they are in love with someone, but they do not really love that person, because in love there is all about the connection between the souls. But nowadays there is nothing about the soul connection or anything like that. That is totally up to that showing other people that how much I love my dear one, or how much that person love me. So that's why they face serious breakups, and then also they show that they are going through under very much breakdowns. But if we love someone seriously, then I don't think that we will ever face any kind of breakdown or breakup like that. But scientists also have proved that love affects more than drugs or any kind of alcoholic things in our brains. So we should love one person, but we must be very much careful about that the person in future will not be able to hurt us, so that we can't face that kind of problem.
Immature person falls in love with each other, but don't know that what is the purpose of this love and what is love actually. Love is a thing that is a friendship, loyal, sharing and humble thing. And if you don't understand the meaning of love, then it is totally time pass or nothing. So the both should be matured enough to understand that they feeling love.
Actually, here the love is compared like a disease, because what is the meaning of a disease? When we are suffering in a disease, we are becoming ill, and when we are in love, we are becoming mentally ill, and also we are feeling illness in physically. So here the love, why the love is compared as a disease? Because when someone is in love with any person, he is feeling too much good, but when the person makes any kind of noise, or he break up with that person, or he breaks the relation with that person, he feels too much illness in his brain, because he loved that person, and after that breakdown he can't contact with that person, and their relation will be totally damaged. And on that point, he feels that in this situation he have nothing to do, and in future he may not get another person like that person whom he lived. So on that time, that person feels too much fickle minded, and he feels too much ill, and for that illness sometimes that person completely stops his eating, and he also stops sleeping. So on that time it becomes like a disease, and that's why this proverb is that the love is a serious mental disease.
But let me tell a few words about this. I don't know the proverb when it was said by the great Greek philosopher Plato. I cannot say how much it was applicable that time, but nowadays in present generation we are seeing that it is really a disease. There are so many kinds of love, and depending upon the based upon the relation, maybe the family in family near and dear ones, father daughter, father son, brothers, sisters, between among sisters, brothers, and friends also. But nowadays love, we mean one thing, that is lover and beloved. We cannot think more than that actually. So if it is that, we say really the proverb is totally correct, because when anyone falls in love, then his mind is always totally occupied by such emotion. It is such an emotion. Already you have mentioned that it is addiction. In case of addiction, drug addiction, what happened? If the person is not given drug, then he or she will realize how much he or she has been addicted to it. So, in case of love today, they don't know the meaning of love properly. So, they do it actually only time pass. And their mind, whenever they are studying or they are doing any serious work, they are unable to concentrate on that topic actually, because their mind is full of about such emotion. They are always thinking, always thinking. So 90% of their mind and heart, whatever you may tell, is occupied by such thought. So and another thing, any kinds of love, you will be weak. And it is the most serious weakness. Swami Vivekananda told, if there is any kind of sin in the world, that is weakness. So, if we are weak in mind, then any field of life will not be able to get development or improvement. So, in case of love, it is proved that it is a serious mental disease when there is a question of hurting. You have mentioned about breakup or any other thing, and that it is very, very dangerous, and scientifically it is affected your heart and brain. And definitely the person is forced to commit suicide. And we have seen in the world, in this universe, so many such cases. It is happening. So it can be easily proved that it is a serious mental disease when there is any hurt. When we are getting hurt, because we are unable to love selflessly, which monk or great men tell that love people selflessly, but it is not possible for us. Whenever we are in love with a person, with another guy, then we are expecting so much from that guy. And whenever such expectations are not fulfilled, then we are getting hurt. So this is the great mental disease. You have already mentioned, I am also mentioning here that without love we cannot live. It is very well, but there is some limitation nowadays. We are crossing such limitation. That's why this proverb has become 90% perfect nowadays. So this is my saying in this regard. Thank